Hello YouTube! If you are a returning person to my channel, welcome back. If you are a new person, welcome. My name is Audrey. I'm a UX designer and researcher, and I publish a lot of content like this on UX design, career tips, and tutorials. So if you're interested into having more content like this, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. In this video, I wanted to review my very first resume, not my very first resume of all time. That would probably be pretty bad. But my first resume that got me a job in UX, and let's take a closer look. So I see that this resume has 2 pages. Over time, I've always kept my resume, even though I felt like there were more experiences, under 2 pages. I think 2 pages, most recruiters or people won't necessarily look past that. So over time, since I've accumulated different experiences that are more or less relevant to what I'm applying for, I often try to put the most relevant experiences up front with more details, and the rest I will only just put at the bottom so that it could be like talking point at an interview, but it's not necessarily the focus. So I see here I put my name and my degree and a little bit more about me. I think that's like an interesting place to maybe show a little bit of personality in your resume. I think especially in design, it's nice to maybe get a little bit of a sense of who the person is. So you'll see that at the column on the left, I put my academic training as well. But I also put skills, abilities. I put tools. I'm fluent in French and English. Hobbies. I think hobbies and interests is also another part where it's kind of interesting to show a little bit more of outside of work what you enjoy. And I don't think it's going to make it or break it really when it comes to choosing you as a candidate, but it's always nice for interviewers or recruiters to kind of connect with you at a more personal level of who you are and what you're doing. At least that's what I think. So you see that in the most relevant experiences, I put founder and clinicians of my own private practice. And what I've tried to do with this resume, since I didn't have prior experiences in UX, was to try to, I wouldn't say, kind of reframe or take aspects of the work that I've done before that could tie into UX, that even though it was not intended to be UX at the time, it kind of was. For example, for my private practice, I had to do a lot of research. I was delivering therapy under like evidence-based practice, so it kind of showcased that I have the ability of doing research and of being proactive as well, which can be things that are helpful. I also put that I've done some website development, so I had to learn how to use WordPress and different plugins, and also I was doing my own SEO. So these are not necessarily skills like are specifically related to UX or even therapy, but I think they are relevant when working in tech as kind of a plus. So you'll see that throughout my different experiences, if you take a closer look, if you pause this video to take a closer look, that's kind of what I've done, trying to think about those different experiences and how this could be applied to UX. Did I do any like user interviews? If you look at the second page, I definitely put in the forefront that I've done 4 years of research, academic research, because I feel like this is where I trained most. I've done most of what looks. I wanted to put forward that I've done 4 years of academic research. For me, that was important because this is where I feel like there's a lot of overlaps between the UX skills and what I learned during these years, because I was doing interviews, building research protocols, collaborating with different team members, and coordinating focus group and trying to analyze like the rough results. So I think these are definitely things that people who are hiring a UX designer or researcher will want to know. Otherwise, I don't have like any big criticism of that resume. I'm still pretty content with it. I like how I divided into, it's up for debate, But I like how I divided into different categories, things to kind of have the work experiences on one side, a little bit more details on the other sides. I think the tools and skills and abilities are definitely very important for recruiters, because it's definitely something that you will see that they're putting into the job description. So if they want to see if you are used to working with Figma, then it's, you know, it's right there. So I thought I had seen that into another resume, and to me that really made sense to do that. So I think one thing that maybe could be improved is that I didn't put my contact information on both pages, so I'll probably like reformat to include that on both pages. And I think sometimes it's a little bit text heavy. Maybe I could have left some experiences. I think it's kind of good that I was able to keep it under 2 pages, but still I find that some areas are a little bit too text heavy. So as far as getting a first job in UX, I've noticed that I think what helped me with that resume is trying to spin experiences, not lie, just bring forward experiences that related to UX that would be helpful for me in UX, like doing a lot of user interviews and building research protocols and things like that. I think that if you're applying to different jobs, it's definitely worth changing your resume slightly, still being true, but maybe leaving out some certain things that is less relevant for that job, and bringing forward other things that maybe is more relevant for that industry or for that job. And even that a little about section I would change also to for it to be more personalized for the industry or the company that I'm applying for. So I hope this was helpful, and don't hesitate to leave resume related questions into the comments below, and thank you for watching. Bye.